I'm Amishita. Today I'm going to take a session regarding Denmark, the country Denmark. So can you please confirm if I'm audible or not? Anyone in the chat box kindly confirm if you're audible or not. I'm and we'll start the session after that. Okay. So Denmark, it's a country in northern Europe. It is made up of the Jutland Peninsula and more than 400 islands in the North Sea. It shares a border with the German to the south. They have free education for all kids is a priority in Denmark in order to ensure growth, welfare, and competitiveness. It's a practically an island nation. It consists of more than 440 islands, and northern Denmark is more than 50 kilometers from the sea. Even the Danish capital, Copenhagen, is in an island. So basically, it's an island country is Denmark. Its location makes it a great gateway to the other Scandinavian countries and the rest of the Europe. Berlin is just an hour's flight away. London and Paris can be reached in less than 2 hours. And Barcelona, Rome, Vienna, and Prague are all just few hours travel away. So which means Berlin, London, Paris, Barcelona, everything is nearby to Denmark. Then we will know why Denmark for education. Why should we choose Denmark? So it is one of the best higher education systems in the world, as well as being home to some of the world's leading universities. Education in Denmark offers students several financial benefits that you won't find in many other countries. And also to be leading in technical and sustainable innovation, which means you will be getting an affordable education, a quality education, and more it will be what we say companies to work also in Denmark after your studies. We will get everything in Denmark. Then some specialities we could say is it's a bicycle nation, so more people travel by bicycles. Will be less pollution. They have one of the oldest monarchies in the world, and Copenhagen is the capital city. It is the second happiest city in the world, and the currency is Danish krone. And the corruption-free country, they have spouses are allowed, which means you can take your spouse along with you during your study period. They have multiple job opportunities, and it's a friendly nature of Danes, which means they will be very acceptance toward us. Then in Denmark, spouse and kids are allowed on study visa, which means you can take your spouse and kids along with you during your studies itself. And also, spouse would be having full-time work permit, which are fairly, and students can easily concentrate on your studies, which spouse can manage the expenses. And also, they but they offer free education to kids above 5 years, which means above 5 year they'll be getting a free education in the country Denmark, and your spouse can work full time in that country also. They have proper education qualifications, which makes your student life easier to sustain in Denmark. This is the map of Denmark. You can see. We can see the neighboring countries are Norway, Sweden, Poland. We have Netherlands. We have Germany. We have yes. The neighboring countries are Germany, Norway, and Sweden. Capital is Copenhagen. Currency is Danish krone. Stay back, we have 6 months for private universities and 3 years for public universities, which means if you're studying in a public university, you can stay back and continue your studies in Denmark after bachelor's and master's. Then the show fund is 11,000 to 14,000 euro, which you have to maintain for 6 months in your account. Then living expenses up to 500, up to 1,500 euros per month. And age gap accepted is for bachelors 3 to 4 years maximum, and for masters up to 6 years they will be accepting the gap. IELTS is mandatory up to 6.5 band, and it depends. Working hours, which means 20 hours per week, is permitted for part time working. If you have any doubts, you can just chat in the chat box. Then the requirements is eligibility criteria, minimum 70 percentage marks, and IELTS above 6 band should be having to study in Denmark. The documents require a resume, SOP, photograph, passport, school leaving certificate, academic documents, and language preference certificate, which means IELTS or TOEFL or anything like that should be having. MOI won't be accepted. Okay, then we will go to the universities in Denmark. The first one is Aarhus University. The spring intake is actually closed for Denmark. We only have very limited in what we say universities open for spring intake, and others are already closed for the Feb intake. We are yet to open for the September intake. They will be open very soon. All universities will be open for the September intake. It's yet to open. So the requirements and the course we are telling right now will be depending upon the last intake. It might change for the next intake. The fee structure, the requirements, anything will be changed, and the course they're offering will be maybe changed for the September next intake. Okay, so you have to wait until the proper guidelines. But currently, I will be informing you regarding the last intake updates. So the first one is Aarhus University. They have a bachelor course and master's courses. Bachelors are cognitive science, economics and business administration in different what we say disciplines. For 3 years, and the tuition fee is updated here. But this is for the September 25 intake. And then we have masters in medicinal chemistry, agrobiology, bioinformatics, administration, chemistry, civil engineering, cognitive science, computer science, which means almost in every discipline they have masters provided. Then we have Copenhagen Business School, in which they have three programs. Duration is 4 years. A BA in Business Management, Computer Science, and Business Studies. It's a honors degree. They will be offering for 4 years. And the tuition fee is provided in a Danish krone, which have to convert into euro or INR. Then we have Copenhagen Business School. There we have UG and PG. UG is multiple programs for UG program, which is 3 year and 4 years they have. Then we have for master's program also, graduate programs for 2 years. Yes. These are the main universities we are offering in Denmark, and but still we have multiple options. Like other also we have universities like IBA. We have multiple options. I'm just giving you some of the options in the PPT. But if you have other inquiries, you can inform us. We will be helping you for that also. The program, what we see, the process flow is like this: application payment, interview, then you have to pay tuition fees, then LOA, which offer letter will be received, then we can go for the visa purpose. This is the process flow. So first you have to pay the application fee and application submitted, then you have to go for the interview. Once they get the interview, they will be having tuition fee payment, then they will be getting the offer letter, and then we can go for the visa purpose. Then visa checklist. For the visa, They should be having the passport size photo, passport, academic documents. Apostillation is not mandatory. Covering letter, in the cover letter they should be having name and date of birth of the applicant. Then an outline of applicant's itinerary, like why they are visiting Denmark, what is the relevance of the studies, like that should be in like a research itself. They should be having in their covering letter. Then the offer letter, insurance, accommodation proof. Then these are the needed. And then proof. Bank statement is required if they are not paying the first day tuition fees. If they are paying a semester tuition fee, they should be having the bank statement. Otherwise, if they are paying the full fee, they don't have to show the bank statement for 6 months. Then, if they are showing the bank statement, they should be having the original person's bank statement with their name and what we say 6 months transactions. Okay, this is the thing which we need for the visa. So, if you have doubts, you can come in the chat box. Or you can connect with your concerned counselor. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a great day.